motherfuckers need to gangbang them books instead of trying to be something y'all ain't. Shit, you never know. Cause I might be the one to kill your fucking ass. Remember me. OG Two-Tone, Crenshaw Mafia, blood.
We right Thank you so much for joining us for this special service. And I'll tell you what, the Bible says that the joy of the Lord is our strength. And I know when I come to church, when I praise, when I worship,
Don't miss out on Decordings, our biggest spring style event, May 1st through 5th. 5 days to save on decor you never have to leave the house for.
Take Zyzol at night for 24 hours of allergy relief, so you can go skydiving! Oh, wait.
At Liberty University, we excel academically, thrive athletically, and grow spiritually. We're creators, problem solvers, and world changers, all united by one mission. Together, we are champions for Christ.
From mini golf to inflatables to dessert trucks, we've got different vendors out here for food and all kinds of things. It's going to be an amazing experience.
This is my first time getting a
But by the end of it, okay, Lord, you're the boss. You're in charge. You've got a plan. You're headed in the right direction. Thank you for your guidance. Oh my God, thank you for your guidance. Thank you for your wisdom. Oh my God, thank you for your wisdom. I'd have messed up a whole lot of things if you hadn't given me wisdom. Because you face new situations. You can't face new situations with old wisdom. And so you're in a new environment, you need new wisdom. You just got married, you need new wisdom. Yes, Lord. Just had a baby, you need new wisdom. You just moved to a new city, you need new wisdom. God keeps us on our knees. God keeps us on our knees. But it's worth it because he guides you around trouble, pain, heartache, witches, warlocks, enemies, haters, people who are secretly jealous of you. I was thinking about something the other day, and I won't plagiarize this. It really comes from Noel Jones, but I kind of borrowed it because I liked it. The Bible says that Satan, having entered into Judas Iscariot, he rose from the table to betray Jesus. Paraphrase at the end, but that's about what it says. And Satan having entered into the heart of Judas. But it doesn't say when he entered. At what point did he change? The scary thing about dealing with people is that you never know when they change. Y'all don't hear what I'm saying. They can be clapping for you and be glad for you and be excited for you, and then all of a sudden another spirit comes in and it doesn't even announce itself, and you still grinning and confiding in them and talking to them and laughing, and you think it's the same old friend, but a whole new spirit has come into their life, and you need God's direction and his hand to lead you. Have you ever had God say, did you notice this? You know, you be driving home and you and the Lord be having a conversation saying, there was something different about that tone. We need the guidance of the Holy Spirit like never before. I don't trust what I read. I don't trust what's on TikTok. I don't trust what's on Instagram. I don't trust what's on Facebook. I really don't trust none of it. I broke into the point now. I'm kind of leery of what I watch on TV and read it. Now I have to verify everything. We need God's guidance. God's guidance. God's guidance is everything. So if we really need and appreciate God's guidance, understanding that as we sow into the kingdom and that we give into the kingdom, we are just acknowledging him. We're just saying, I'm not smart enough to do this by myself. I didn't get here by myself, and I can't go forward by myself. I can't even take the opportunity that you're offering me by myself. I need you. I need you. I need your guidance. I need your direction. Oh God, I need your protection. Anybody need God's protection? Because I can't always tell John from Judas. I need your protection. Both of them were sitting beside Jesus. John's laying his head on his breast. Judas betrays him with a kiss. And just because somebody gives you an intimate sign doesn't mean that they love you. Give me discernment, Lord. Give me discernment. So as we give today and as we sow today and as we plant today, I feel us coming into new seasons. Not just as a church, but I feel our world coming into new seasons and new times. And we're going to have another level of discernment because there's another level of attack. There's another whole level of attack. When I grew up, we were little kids, we were scared to walk into crowds of men. Now men are scared to walk into crowds of boys. The world is changing, but we refuse to change with it. We're going to continue to serve and be led by God and worship God and be upbeat and have the presence of God. I want you, all of you that are facing new challenges, new mountains, new situations. Some of them are taking you higher. Some of them are just as simple as the kids are out the house. I almost got a dance on that, but she almost jumped up and took over the shirt. But the kids are out the house is a big thing because you've been talking to each other through the kids for 20 years, and then all of a sudden you have to connect again. New jobs, new cities, new places. We're all facing changes. Age. This age thing is a trip. I mean, you used to jump up on stuff and fix stuff and jump back down off of it. Now I kind of slide down. Because I figure if I break something down, it's going to be terrible, okay? We need God through every season of our lives. You're watching online, you need God in every season of your life. I don't care how much money you make, I don't care. I don't care how many degrees you have, something's going to come where you're going to need God and nothing you know is going to fix it but having God in your life. The QR code is on the screen to give you the information because this is the most personal part of worship. The choir doesn't do this for you. The preacher doesn't do this for you. This is between you and God and how serious you are about Him. And it's your opportunity. And it's your gift. Oh, they've got beautiful gifts, but this is your gift that you bring before the King. They're going to sing, and then I'm going to pray. PMTs are in the aisle if you need an envelope.
Thank you for calling Citywide Property Management. All of our agents are busy at the moment, but please leave a detailed message and we will return your call as soon as possible. Thank you for calling and have a great day.
What's going on?
All right. What's going on with you, sis?
What you doing?
I know you said you were trying to get you something to eat.
I did. I went to Panda and came back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I went to Panda and came back home. I couldn't really think of nothing. It's limited right out here where I stay. So,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, it's very limited. Ain't nothing good out there unless you're going to cook. But it's a matter of what's worse and on a scale. You want a lot of grease or a little bit?
Okay.
A lot of salt. A lot of salt or a little bit of salt. So
a lot of, you say tone?
I said a lot of salt or a little bit of salt.
Oh, okay. You, a little.
Yeah. Yeah. When you they ain't nothing over here but stuff that ain't good for you. They don't have one healthy thing over here to eat. So unless you gonna cook, then you just out. Panda, you get a little bit more because you got some vegetables you can pick, but that's about it.
Okay, that's about it.
Yeah, that's about it, though. How you been? What's going on with you?
I'm doing pretty good myself. I'm just working on day by day and trying to stay whole and stay healthy and sound mind and everything like that.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I feel you on that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I was. Mhm. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. I had just thought about that this morning. I had woke up this morning. I heard, actually it was early this morning before I went to bed. I heard Sarah Jakes, T.D. Jakes' daughter, say something that was I already knew, but it was the way she put it. It was like I had an epiphany. She said I had to. She said she had to do work on her thoughts because if God wouldn't think it, she shouldn't think it, and that she was trying to be just like Him, and it's the conditioning of your mind. 2 Corinthians 10. And so I went to bed thinking about that. Wow, if God don't think it, that means I got to do a lot of work. I was like, golly, that set home. That made me pray more because I was thinking, you get the feeling, because Paul tells us in the New Testament who we are in Christ and that we redeemed and all of this other stuff, and so you can take that and be like, oh well, I'm good. I don't really need no work, but when she said that bringing those thoughts into captivity, I said, "Oh Lord, help me, Jesus. Help me. I repent and ask for help because I say stuff all the time, and I just think I'm just talking. But He said we will give an account for every idle word. So, But what you been doing? Mhm. Mhm. So did you ever finish your thing? Yeah. Did you ever finish your thing with Uber or Lyft? Okay. Well, child, I'm still trying to find somewhere to go. I've been looking for places, but I haven't found anything. Um, I had talked to what you call it, somebody. What is it? Somebody the other day, and that man wasn't doing nothing but playing games, which I knew it. But let him know he wasn't gonna play with me, cause he said, yeah, I got a room for rent, this and that, other, you know. But I just want somebody to, cook and clean up around the house or whatever, cause I work hard and I'm all the time going, but I want to come home to, So I got the listening and all that stuff, and then the man told me, yeah, and then you could sleep wherever, you could sleep in the bed. I said, I'm trying to figure out what exactly are you looking for, because you sound like you're being misleading, and that you wanting something that, but you're not wanting to go about it the right way. I end up witnessing to that man. He ain't called me nothing. Carrie, he ended up calling me back no more. On the phone, he told me, he said, on the, on the phone, that man told me, wow, you are definitely the most different woman I have ever spoken to. Because I told him, if you're looking for love, then you need to look to Jesus. Because that's what it seems like you're looking for. And that you're looking for somebody to give you what you're not going to get out here in these streets. And I said, if a woman willing to come in there and lay in your bed and do all this other stuff, where else have she laid before she got there? And I said, you have to think about yourself. It ain't just about what she looked like, what you look like, And I told him, because if that's what you're looking for with me, you're not going to get that here. You're just not. I think too much of my body. I said, do you know my body is a temple of the Holy Ghost? That man ain't going. Carrie, that man ain't saying nothing else to me no more. I told that man, do you know my body is a temple of the Holy Ghost? If I lay myself down with you, what the Lord is going to say? I said, that did. That man said, well, my daddy was a pastor, and he did. I mean, you definitely telling me what's right. I said, well, I'm telling you. I said, well, maybe that's why God had you talk to me. And I said, but I told him, my body is a temple of the Holy Ghost. I can't just lay it everywhere. I got to give an account for that. I'm telling you. But yeah, these people be playing games. I'm trying to still find me somewhere to stay. I thought I had found somewhere but I didn't feel at peace about it. So I told God I wasn't gonna move till I got peace from Him. And I just left it at that. Cause the rent free don't mean that it's coming free. The devil is tricky and conniving. He know anybody want to save some money, so that's what he used, the rent free. Okay, that's the bait. And you think that you saving some money and getting yourself into a whole heap of trouble, as Daddy used to say. Daddy used to say heap, whole heap of it. And I said, the devil. I told that man that I said, did you pray about this? That man said, did I what? I said, did you go before the Lord about it? You just inviting anybody into your home, but have you consulted with the Holy Spirit about this? That man said, wow. So, we supposed to acknowledge Him in everything, not in just what we want to do. That's what we think sometimes, that you just ask Him about the stuff that's hard to you. But God wants to be acknowledged in every single thing that we do. He said, acknowledge Him in all of your ways, not some. Not some. He said all of them. So I'm acknowledging Him and finding me a place to stay. I asked Wanda, could I stay there for a few days? I had came down there a few years ago and found me one of them trailers on Deansbridge Road. And I actually could have did the work in it. Only thing it needed was, I think, some carpet or whatever. And it really didn't necessarily need that, but it didn't really need a lot of work. It needed to secure doors, some doors, and then it needed just that's it, And I had got the lights on and everything. Deer was supposed to help me, but he never did. But I was looking to see if I could have went back there and got me one of them. All I paid was $300 for it, and I never moved in. And they told me they was gonna give me a credit, and so I had thought about it. If I had got one of them, I moved in there and work in that and stay there. And I had thought about it. I'm not saying that I asked God or whatever, but that was just a thought about it. And I was trying to, like I said, find somewhere that I could save some money and really start over somewhere. But I haven't found anywhere just yet. I've been looking. I asked Gwanda, and she said no. But she said that no. I asked her again the other day because I told her I was gonna come down there about to go look at the trailers to see if they had something. And I said I just wanted to see, and I said, can I come and stay at your house till I go? She didn't even want me to do that. And I said, I just can't believe you like that. I said, I can't believe you like that with me, but you not like that with Deer. Deer don't even have to ask. He just go. And so, yeah, he do. He just did. He just was over there a minute ago, like 2 weeks ago. And so I said, I can't believe that she like that with him, but she not with me. But either way, I had asked her, and she said no. So I said, no big deal. I'm just gonna go ahead and just try it on my own. It probably wouldn't have worked anyway, but I just didn't want to think that you can't go to your sister's house for a couple of days. That just still sounds crazy to me. So, but it is what it is. So, but yeah, I had So I had just that's what I'm doing. Looking looking to find somewhere, and that's about it. Still in school, but that's about it. You talk to East. Okay. I'm surprised she haven't called. I have. I said I'm surprised. I'm surprised she haven't called. Mhm. Mhm. Really? Mhm. Okay. I'm surprised. She must be busy. She must be busy. This family just done got so spread out. It don't make no sense how spread out we are. It really don't. It don't make no sense. Um, I did huh? I just yeah. Well, all of us being right there in the same place, I can't believe it. That it's just like that, and they don't want to have you know really no communication. So, um, Derek is busy working though. I haven't talked to him, but I texted him a couple of weeks ago. But he's doing awesome in his life as a male. You know, I think Daddy would be proud of all the changes he done made it. He's doing a really awesome job. I'm so proud of him. He really is. Yeah, I think that's what did it, ain't it? God used that his daughter, cause mommy it was crazy about Shania. Yeah, and he just decided that he was gonna go ahead and get himself together. He wasn't too bad, but you know he just quit just doing foolish stuff, and he just done did a whole 180. You just literally don't, you know. That you, I mean, every time I just hear about him, they say, "Oh, he's doing this and he made this decision and that decision, and he's just doing awesome." I'm proud of him. Yeah, I'm really proud of him. I'm glad that he doing something for himself. But yeah, I just had called to see what was going on. I'm trying to find myself some a place to stay, child, and to get situated. But yeah, I was going. Go ahead. Well, I'm actually looking on Augusta Craigslist. I'm looking on Augusta Craigslist right now. I really don't see nothing. I really don't see nothing. I was looking when I came down there a few years ago. I found a trailer and I bought it for $400. And I had got some carpet from Brittany's boyfriend, and Derek was supposed to come put the doors on, and he never did. But what happens is once that you buy it, then you whatever little make things need to be done, you do that, and then you could move in. So furniture ain't nothing for to get. So I was, because I know somebody right there on Millersville Road. So that ain't nothing to get. And so it'll be just a matter. So I was thinking about if I came down there and to, got up and took a Uber or a Lyft or caught the bus around there, went to go check it out and see what it was like, then, come back home or whatever, and then just get my stuff. But I haven't really, I'm looking online. I could call in the morning to see if they got one. If they do, then you just pay $395 and it's yours. You come sign the lease, and then it's yours, and you just pay your lot rent, which I think is like $100 and some dollars a month, or might be a little bit more than that, but I think it was like $100 and some dollars a month. And so that's pretty much it. It might be a little more, but I think that's about it. And then you pay your light bill. And but this is done. Now it might be ugly as I don't know what. Then again, you might get one that don't need hardly no work. It just depends. The one that I got looked at really bad, but not to me because I had been in apartment rentals already. So I knew don't look at the walls and paint and all of that. Look at the structure and look at the bathroom and if there's any leaks. It wasn't no leaks. It was still structurally sound, and then the walls could be patched. That's nothing. So it was once I did that, then okay, this is good to go, and I just needed to do the locks, and I really wanted to get in there. I was really happy because it was gonna be my little fixer upper. So I was really glad about that. I really wanted to get into that. and that would, give me so much time, get my little cable and TV on, and I would stay in there and work myself, work out and have a good time. And it never worked out that way. It never worked out. Deer never came and put the doors on. And so I couldn't move into it without that. And I had tried on my own, but I needed new doors. Somebody messed up the doors. But so I'm gonna call in the morning and see if they got another one. If they do, that'll be perfect. I could just do that and move in and call and stay somewhere until I get it fixed, and that'll be that. And I won't have to worry about it, and that's cheap. Or if not, then I can still look and see what I could find here. But I'm definitely still trying to find somewhere to be and somewhere to go. Somewhere that's affordable. So I could, cause he hasn't paid the alimony anymore, and he has not, no more, and he hasn't even called, or said anything else anymore. Like I pretty much don't exist to him no more. So, yep. But I'm still determined to make it and to figure it out. And yep, I sure am. Mhm. 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 That is that is that's what I'm trying to figure out, because if I get somewhere, like I said, on a job, I had even thought about them motels right there on Riceboro Road. As ugly as I don't know what, but they not that expensive. And I had thought about getting one of them because they so close to the mall and everything, that if I was to go right there, that's a wonderful location. And I could get one of them. Yeah, and the bus, but everything is right there to walk. You really don't even need to catch the bus. Everything is right there by Augusta Mall, and there's so many places over there to apply for a job that it, you know what I'm saying. I could go right there, work, and then go back to the house and be able to pay my rent from there. So I had thought about that. Walmart right there, the mall right there, every store in the mall, and then TJ Maxx, all that right there, Waffle House right there, that McDonald's. I know they gotta be hiring. So yeah, so I had definitely thought about that, and they actually cheap. They only $48 a night. So I had actually, thought about that a good bit, because I said I was, trying to, just like you said, do what I could do to take care of myself. Yeah, to take care of myself, so that I wasn't really worried about what he did or he didn't do, or if he, yeah, because I have to get myself together. I have to do this for me. If somebody keep doing you like that, then what you gonna do? Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. And he don't care. And so I just said, well, let me just go ahead, like I said, and see what I could do on my own, and then just call it a day. But I wasn't gonna really be worried about it. I was gonna just let God work it out for me. To just provide somewhere for me to stay where I could go and then just call it a day. Yeah. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Because if somebody just keep thinking that they going to just keep doing you any kind of way, then it's, then it's best to just, like I said, let God handle that, but still do what I could do on my own. Because that all the times that he didn't pay and I ain't had nowhere to go, God still kept me. He still provided, you know. And so I just didn't want to get all balled up into that because I think that's what he wanted to do. So that's why I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna just keep looking and finding somewhere, like you said. What can you do on your own? Like you said, get on the bus route. So I actually just looked at them online, but I've been looking for a few things, a few places on here just to see. Just to see what it was and to see what's going on. It's not anywhere. Augusta is not on somewhere that I'm just trying to go back to. But if I could find somewhere to stay that I could make my life into something else, yeah. Then I might consider it. Yeah, then I might consider it. I know it's easier to get a car there. It's easier to get a place there, and it's not Atlanta is it's not bad either. But Atlanta is they so strict with stuff because they run so many scams here. So it's you just need more stuff. It's still easy, but you need more stuff, you know, to prove that you who you say you are. Because like I said, they run so many scams here. So in Atlanta, you got to be really careful. So yeah, but that's all that's been going on though. That's all I'm doing. Still trying to get a job and still trying to get myself some money, child. Yeah, still in school. Still, I got 2 books to buy, and I'm waiting on some money so I could get my books. But yep, I'm still in school, and I'm still doing everything. Still holding on to the Lord, and that's about it. Just still staying focused. That's the objective. Staying focused. You know, doing what I can. What you ate today? That sounds so. Mm-hmm. And I know I'm being extra greedy because I'm not nowhere near hungry, but that just sounds good and healthy too. I had me some. I had some salad yesterday and some club crackers, and I'm telling you that blessed my spirit. I'm telling you, yes, I love them club crackers with a good salad. I'm telling you, any kind of salad, chicken salad, tuna salad, a regular salad, it don't matter. They just off the chain. Uh-huh. This girl told me the best way to do that was with that Walmart chicken, that rotisserie. She told me to take that off and leave the skin in there and everything. And she said, "Oh, child, I hadn't thought about that. I got some rotisserie chicken the other day from Kroger, and it was not good. They didn't have no seasoning on that thing at all, and it was so dry. I was very upset about it. I was very upset about it. It hurt my whole feelings. I said, what kind of foolishness is this? Why is this thing so dry? I'm talking about it was just as dry as I don't know what. And I said, I can't eat this junk. So, but I end up, me and that bird had a time. But yeah, so that's all I'm doing, child. Trying to get one or the other. I gotta get something out this next category. It's either a job or I gotta get a car. One of the two. I gotta do one of the two. And I thought about even getting me an e-bike, because if I got me an e-bike, uh, I had thought about that. I wouldn't ride it in Atlanta, but if I had an e-bike in Augusta, I might. You know, they said them. You know what them is? Mm-hmm. Yeah, they people be doing they Uber Eats and stuff on them. I had thought about I had uh, yeah I had thought about doing that. Um, you know, and it's a good way to be healthy too. I had thought about doing that. I just been trying to think about how to get all anything done so that I could get myself situated. But mhm. But yeah, I've been still, like I said, looking for somewhere. Yeah, well, I guess I'll call you. I guess I'll call you and see what's going on. We probably talk probably later on this week or something like that. So you ain't finna cook nothing today? Oh, okay. So we'll be going to the grocery store. Okay. Uh huh. I did. Mhm. Okay. Okay. Well, I hope y'all. Go ahead. No, I said go ahead. Okay. Okay. Well, I will. We will call. I will call you probably this week and see what you're doing. I'm gonna make me a list of things to do and get some stuff done in this house today, and I'll call you later on this week. Okay. Love you. We will chat soon. Okay. All right. Bye bye. Okay. Bye bye. have a talk this early? You busy or having movie night? So what you doing? Well, look, I was just about to go down for one. I had thought about it anyway, and I said, I don't know. I might. I said, it's no sense. You must have. What you did? What you did today? You cooked. Mhm. Is that the baby crying? Oh, he is upset. Oh, okay. Okay. He is about time now. What is he about 10 months, 11 months now? Okay. Oh yeah, he's oh bless his heart. He's old enough to express himself, and whatever is going on, he is not liking it. So most babies want their diapers changed. He don't really. So are they still staying in the camper? Okay. Okay. Uh huh. Okay. 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 Mhm. Mhm. You have all of those dogs in there. I tell you one thing. Whenever I even think about getting sad about Harvard, I say Harvard is living his best life. He is borderline on a farm. Borderline. Kendra got chickens. He got cats. He got wildlife. He got the biggest yard. He has the most family. I bet he is just literally like I don't know. I don't miss my mom at all. because it was just me and him, you know, and ketchup. And so he's came over there and got like the best. I bet he literally says, and she gives me all the chicken and she cares about what I'm eating. So I know that he is just happy as I don't know what. I bet. Mhm. Really? well, it's nothing. It is nothing gonna happen to you in Jesus' name, and um, and but I definitely see why you say that because I be saying that all the time. I say I can't. Uh, uh, I don't have nothing to compete with Miss Harriet right now because all of the stuff that Harvard is getting over there. I bet he likes to still run behind the cats and. Was that Harvard? Oh my God! What was he trying to get to? He sounded different. Oh, the attention. He nips at the baby. Really? Mhm. 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 I think I never had babies around him. It was first of all, it was none. My niece had a little boy, and she brought him over. I think that's probably the only child he's been around, and he went nuts about it because every Silas walked in and everybody is ooh and ah, and he wasn't having none of that. He got in right in the middle of the room and said, "Shut it all up." I'm I'm here. I get the attention in this house. Yeah, he was not. So they ended up having to take him back outside. I think they, something because Harvard wouldn't allow them to be in the same room at when he was at my house. So I think we took him. They took him to the room or Silas or something. They went outside and hung out a little while, but no, Harvard wasn't having that. He don't want nobody's getting the attention. Somebody said that dog is just like you. You're the same way. I think it was my sister. I said, girl, whatever. You're just jealous. Because they said that, everybody said yeah, Harvard acts just like you. And I said, well, I did train him. Mhm. 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 Oh. Mhm. Oh. Well. Okay. No, that's what I called you to tell you about, and just to see what I don't know. I'm just having the time of my life doing it, and I'm not getting aggravated because I know that the Lord will, help me figure it out. But it has been tough. Um, First of all, on Craigslist is nothing but men, predominantly. And I thought I had found one the other day. It makes me seem like a liar when I called my family because I thought I had found one. And so I was pretty much, getting my stuff ready to go based on what the lady told me on the phone. And I had saw the last house that she had. And so it gave me a I just knew it. So I went over. Told you it was piss or something. Now if you see the floors wet in the bathroom and the rugs are all wet, what are you gonna think it is if it's only a man in the house that's drunk? What are you gonna think it is? Pee. So I said, she said, take me see. So I did. I sent it to her. But the man was drunk, passed out or high, whatever. Just rolling papers, outside, beer. I opened the door because I was thinking that's the room that it was. And the man was in there knocked out. He wasn't even fazed that somebody done walked in on him. So I said, this is definitely not going to be the one. The other house would be better if you get a room. So we've been chit-chatting for about a week since then. And so she's consistently told me, call me back and let me know, or I'll call you if I find somewhere. So I told her I'll check in with you once a week because things happen and people change. So, and she said, I texted her today and she said, my husband doesn't want me to rent to you because you didn't get the other room and you said you wanted it. And I said, ma'am, your husband rents to men and men will rent a doghouse. I'm a woman and I cannot live somewhere where there's predominantly men going to be and where there is, there's no light outside. It's down a dark road where the house is, and there's no lights, and there's not really a sufficient bus that runs in the area. And so I said, that's not for me. If I don't understand why you just didn't say, I'll let you know when I have something else, since that house didn't work out. But I said, I just think that's unprofessional that you say because you didn't want it and you said you did. And you told me that it was in a really nice neighborhood and that it was this, that, and that, and it wasn't. The house is in the middle of nowhere and it's old as I don't know what. It looks like Abraham Lincoln lived in there. It's at least was made in the 70s. It's probably 1980. And she thinks because they put new flooring in, that's remodeled. That's not remodeled. That's not remodeled. People think that because they take out the old flooring and put down hardwood tiles, then they can put on the ad remodeled. That's not remodeled. Remodeled is when you have done it all in the inside and there's not no mold hiding behind that paint. So anyway, long story short, no, it's been hell. I talked to one guy that was on the low looking for somebody to take care of his sexual desires. And then that's been pretty much it. And I hate to just be calling all of these different people, but I got 2 places to call tomorrow and I'll see from there. But it has been tough to find somewhere to stay. Got to be on the bus route because I got to be able to get out, look for jobs, and have places to go, etc. So yeah, it most definitely has to be on the bus route. I don't have a job. If I did, I was going to tentatively get a job so that I could put that on the application and get approved, but I didn't even find that. If I could did that, that would have been the next best thing to get a job, a tentative, a conditional offer like what FedEx gave me. They gave me a conditional offer. You could use that letter to get anything, a car or a job. So I was trying to find that to make that work, but I need 3 things and I'm missing 2 out of those 3 things. That's a car or the income. And they will help me get the place to stay. So if I get a job, then I can go straight and get my own apartment. And you know what I'm saying, to kind of answer your question. So, but in the meantime, I'm still trying to move out of this house as soon as possible because the landlord is definitely being extremely petty since I moved. He cut off the cable. Now he's done took the hose off the dryer. The dryer is not working. It he's just doing something every day, almost every day that I get up, and that yeah, I'm in a place, but that's literally about all, because and he is definitely not happy about me the counterclaim that I put in, and he's not happy that I called code enforcement. And my code enforcement was done before he filed eviction, so he looks like he retaliated. Because I owed rent. Uh-huh. Because I called code enforcement, but it was right. If I send you a picture of my nails, they would scare you half to death from the fungus and the mold and all of the other stuff that's going on in here, and the pictures that he told me he was fixing, and I had every reason to believe he was, because I was helping him paint and all of this stuff, and I heard him talking to these people, but he just wasn't doing anything, you know. And so when I said something to him about the caliber of people he was moving in, that I wasn't gonna stand for it. I wasn't gonna just say, well, I'm just gonna rush and run out of here and move. No, they're gonna move because I was here first, and I am gonna move, but nobody's gonna rush me, and ain't nobody gonna come up in here swinging in and out that door all day long like it's a 7-Eleven. Or we will call the police and see what is your interest back and forth out this door. Let's just tell Clayton County what you're going out here for. Let's just figure it out. Because ain't nobody with good sense going to keep going in and out that door all night long. This ain't Circle K. And so, right. And so I told him that, and he got mad. And I said, you're letting any kind of people move in here, and I think you're doing it to intimidate me, because you have these people move in here fresh out of prison. You're not getting no information. They're fighting all the time, and that door and you got people swinging up, and then that's when my camera started going off. And I told him, I'm going to call the police if it's interfering with my safety. It's everybody else in here might say, mind your own business. That's them. They ain't getting bothered. I'm getting bothered. My camera is going off, and I wake up and it's off. Leave the house, is off. And and you got these suspect looking people coming up in here. So, and he got mad. So I don't want to be here, but I haven't found any other place to go. But I can't. I hate being here. I hate it. I literally hate it. Um, it's so uncomfortable, and I live weird. And I one of the things I put in the complaint was that he never changed the locks after anybody leave from here. Everybody keeps their keys, and he never changes them. So when somebody else moves in a room after me, then somebody else still has that key, and he never locks anything. So he swears that his house is so secure. How? Everybody has everybody's key. And so, we have not had any communication or talk at all. He did, and he cut off the Wi-Fi, knowing that I go to school, so I had to change my phone bill. But, and then he sent me a message and said, if you be out in a few days, I won't go to court. Like, I'm scared to go to court. You're scared to go to court. I'm not scared to go to court. You're scared to go, because you're the one done wrong. He didn't expect for me to file a counterclaim on him, and I did. I told him, well, you go ahead and file first, because that way I don't have to pay the fees. So you go ahead and save me the money since you want to go. Because I was waiting to see what code enforcement said about everything. Because I just went in there and just told the truth. God knows I didn't lie. He don't have all of these vents hooked up. Half of the electric runs to this part, and the other runs to another part. And he just has everything in here. I think if they were to come in here and really do a true home inspection, they would say, shut it down, and everybody move, because I'm quite sure it's not up to standard. because when one person turn on the electric, somebody else lose electric. So that means that you don't have it right. And then, like I said, you advertising amenities that you don't even have. He advertised that he put all brand new pictures of his house. And if I send you what this house looked like, it'll scare you to death. And he put all brand new pictures online to make people come out here and look, to make it look like it's brand new, and it's not. He put all the pictures on here that he got from the contractor after it was done. Its house looks nothing like this. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not ugly. I like the layout. I love the layout of it. But the stuff to make it work and to change the filters and all of that, he won't. He won't. He won't do nothing to make it right. And this house makes about $100,000 a year, and he won't. And he makes us live like trash. The TV don't even work in the living room, but he advertised online that it's a brand. He put online every day. It's a brand new 55-inch color TV with all the channels, cable. The TV doesn't even come on. He tells lies. It comes on and goes to no channel. He's turned it off. But he advertised that he got cable in every room, and it's not. So, anyway, long story short, without talking about him, I haven't been able to really find nowhere. I've been looking, but it's been tough. And I really, to be honest with you, Miss Harriet, I don't think that nobody else will understand, only because you have known me for a while. It's been a few years, and I think our relationship is the only consistent thing I've had next to the Lord. And and I just think that Ketchup's brother being here as a police or whatever he is, I just think they are just making my life really hard. And I just don't see where it's beneficial for me to still be here. I hate to feel like it that I'm just having to keep moving around, but truth be told, it's just not working here. I've applied at 50 jobs at Marriott and didn't get one, not even an interview. And I'm totally qualified. Like totally. Background and everything. Totally qualified. I have experience in a little housekeeping, but I have experience um in customer service and front desk. Definitely have experience in that, and I have property management experience, and I have the other experiences that you need, and I can't even get an interview, and I've applied at least to 30 different jobs at Marriott. Yes, I'm going directly to their website, and it could be a job that just been posted today, and I've applied because their applications are incredibly easy to apply to. It, like, literally, once you set up your profile, then you're just clicking and sending and applying by the order number to the job. And so I'm just going down the list because they have really nice hotels. So I thought, okay, I'll apply at this one and at that one, and I'm just not even getting an interview. I mean, and then the other jobs that I applied at the online, they all gave me the positions. And so I tell my family or somebody, oh, I think I got a job and this, and then I get back, oh, the job has been put on hold. That's happened like a lot last week. So I just think that that is not coincidental so when I say, tell somebody I can't get a job, I want that proof to say I can't get a job. Like they're not letting me get a job. So that because of the situation, and I'm over it because I'm 48 and I really want to just move on with my life because Ketchup he has a brand new car again, and is doing all of this traveling and is singing and is living his absolute best life ever. And here I am, can't even get a job. And so no, he came over here, and we had adult time, and he said that he was still giving me the alimony like he said, and he did not. He totally lied. And then he said, I'm not giving you any more money. And like, so it's just like he just lied. Like he wants to see me do really, really bad. Like he wants to see me not have a place to stay and be homeless and all of that. He really wants that for me. And he hasn't given me. Hmm. Because he just is, and because I still making the statements um about what happened in our marriage, and because I'm the one that's still affected. I'm the one that's still getting Internal Revenue Service questions. They're just not coming at me directly. They're going through my school. So, what did you make in 2022? Who else is benefiting from that information, Miss Harriet, but the Internal Revenue Service? So, if they're asking me, they're still looking into my life. And I'm still saying, if you see any extra income, it came from that direction, because I don't lie about what I made, and I was homeless in 2022 with nowhere to go, with like minimal income, if at all any. Because I only worked like two places, and didn't last long at all. Everywhere I work, Ketchup or his brother calls, and then it goes bad, and then I don't have a job anymore. And so that is like what's going on. So I'm just letting him just like keep reiterating to him. I don't know what is going on, but I still am not able to find a job. And you're living this seemingly wonderful life from what you're putting online, and you're in all of these brand new cars. And I'm just not wondering why nobody is looking at the fact of, I had a wonderful life and was fine my entire life until I met you. And then you come in and everything just go to Smith. Yeah, I just don't like. Anybody should look at this and say something is wrong. I'm smart. I can walk. I can talk. I can add. I got an A in school right now, and I don't even read the homework. So why can't this lady get a job? So I'm saving the applications. I'm saving all of the information so that I can have proof that somebody is doing something. Then why is he, if it's really that I'm nuts, then how do I get an A in class, and how can I function in all other areas? you know but I can't get a job. When I was painting for my landlord, trying to make extra money to help pay the rent, he never had a problem with my skills. He liked everything that I did. I just wasn't going to keep doing it, because I told him, I'm not going in these people's rooms and not knowing if they're legal with the law or not. I'm not going to put myself in that position, because it makes me paranoid, because I feel responsible for the environment that I'm in. And if this is the only type of people you're renting to, I don't want that. I don't want to be bothered with it. I don't. And it wasn't worth the headache. It was only giving me a $500 rental concession a month, which was good because it gave me an extra $125 a week for groceries and transportation, but it wasn't worth the headache of going into someone's room to do a job, and I don't know what in the world I'm going to walk in there and see or find that is illegal, and it looks like it's mine, or you're in this environment with these caliber of people. So I don't want to be bothered. I don't want to do it. And so that was the end of that. So, but that's pretty much what's going on at this moment. I have a few things to try, but as it stands right now, I hate it here. I hate it. Like, I'm not scared because I have the Lord, but I don't go to bed at night. I go to bed in the mornings because He is always doing stuff to me that is evil, and that, or to make me paranoid, or to make me feel like my life might be in danger. Like he likes to do that, like danger. Like he does that. Like he came and took the cameras down to make me feel like, ooh, nobody's watching in the house. He does stuff like that to be really, really petty. And so, and I told the answer the complaint and said that he does that, and I called the police and told them that he's doing that to me, and he wasn't doing it before, you know, and now he started doing this, and it just looks weird that even if you had some type of really good reasoning behind it, why would you be doing that? It just doesn't even look right that someone would be doing that. For what is your reasoning for it? And so, but it's really hard because everybody in Atlanta is, you know, they're not like you, that you rent your place out and you got good people and stuff. These people wanting arms and legs and deposits that are mortgages, and it's only a room, and it don't even have a closet, and it don't even, like my room doesn't even have a closet, and he's wanting $1,000 a month, and but don't want to fix nothing. He don't want to fix nothing, but he wants his $1,000 a month, or he's coming to cut off this and cut off that, and that they said he ain't supposed to be cutting off no amenities there. And I said, well, tell him that, because he's definitely doing that. He's definitely doing that, and making the situation hostile when it wasn't like that. I was the same girl that painted this whole house, which is, if you see how big this house is, this is like a couple of $1,000. That, like, he would have paid a contractor like at least $3,000 to have this house painted. Maybe $2,000 to $3,000. I did the whole thing myself, and I got in that, along with that same $500 a month concession. I took my time and did the whole thing myself. And so, look what the work he's gotten out of me, and then this is how he treat me, and I'm just tired of men just doing me any kind of way, just to be used and then abused, and when you can't service them anymore, then they just don't want to be bothered and want you to get out and just go on, you know. But that is pretty much it. But it might sound bad, but I'm not really doing bad. At least I got some help to get me in a place to stay. At least I got that. And so I'm going to still try to, like I said, find me somewhere to go, and find me somewhere to do, or find me a place that I could stay, and then get it from there. I really just want to just like really live my best life, Miss Harriet. I'm very articulate. I'm attractive, and it's just me. I could live a really good life, you know. And this is just, to me, it's just so, I feel like crying right now, because I'm feeling like, why would he just want me to like keep living like this when I can really live a great life and just be by myself and really be okay. My kids are adults. They do not need me, and they are grown. And you know, I can I can live a good life. And I just feel like I just Atlanta is not where it is for me because his brother is here and they're not going to let me be successful. And I wonder, am I against the word of God for saying that? But I think God knows what they're doing to me here. You know, in California, I was at least able to apply for a job, and you know, I would at least get hired. I might have some issues down the line, but I was at least getting hired. I'm not even getting hired here. I can't even get an interview. I'm worse than Monica Lewinsky. I had to make you laugh right there. Our conversation was getting too serious. So, I didn't have one of those one of your cliches to throw in there. So I said, well, I'll just I've been look the whole time I've been talking. I've been like, okay, it's gonna just come to me. One is gonna come. So I just threw Monica Lewinsky in there. I just thought that might be a good icebreaker. Everybody knows who she is. I believe that, Miss Harriet. Hmm. I might not, but I might get a job, and if I would be willing to, at least if it came down to somebody said, "Would you want your alimony or a job?" A job, and I would forget that he ever existed. A job. I would totally go to Clayton County and say, I'm done with that. I want to drop the contempt and I want to go on with my life. And I would forget he ever existed. Like totally. I want a job. The Bible even says if a man doesn't work, you don't eat. And so I want to I'm skilled and I am smart, and it's a host of different things that I can do. And I want to work so I can meet people and get out and laugh and go on and if I, stay in this house, all I do is stay in stuck in that mode of what we had and what my life was like. That life is over, and I want to move on and go out. I'm still young and vibrant and healthy, and and Miss Harriet has a boyfriend and I don't. Speaking of that, let me get off me for a second because when you said that, I meant to ask you the question and then I forgot talking. So you mean to tell me that y'all went out today, and then so what is that like after you get finished eating? Then what does he say? See you next week. what you tell him. I think that's what I'm gonna tell the man next time. That's not getting you anywhere, mister. That is hilarious. Okay, go ahead. So how old is he, Miss Harriet? Oh my lord. Does he look it? Okay. Mhm. 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 So is it because he's ugly, or is it because it doesn't matter what he looked like? This is just not what you want. Mhm. Mhm. Okay. Mhm. You do. You're the busiest lady I've ever seen. It's hard for me to still know your age because you are super busy and so active. It's hard to ever tell, and I've never seen you have or heard of you having a bad day. Never. You've never told me you've been in any pains or anything, or it's hard to get stuff going. Everything works. Mhm. 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 That is. Mhm. 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 Okay. Mhm. Did you say old people? I can't either. I can't. You said it happened somewhere. I can't either. You don't act like it. You don't talk like it. You be still. It's nothing about you to me says that at all. At all. I can't believe it. You and Mr. Keith were night and day. I thought that when, huh? I bet you do. I thought when Mr. Keith died, well, any minute I'm gonna see Miss Harriet on Chicks Gone Wild. Miss Harriet is gonna be in that camper, and she's gonna have her a man, and I'm gonna be. Miss Harriet, what are you doing with that thong on? Don't- oh my. Yeah, so it's just something you just wouldn't say nothing about. They probably say, "Why in the world is she awake?" you and you're oh bless your heart. I bet that is so uncomfortable for them to be like, "Why are you?" Well, I was waiting on y'all to get all wrapped up. Ah, that would be hilarious. Oh my god, I would just laugh. I swear, I would laugh. I hope so. Does he seem happy? Does he seem happy? You said no? Okay. Mm-hmm. Hanky panky. I'm used to the vibration. I got used to it. It soothes my back. Your daughter would be like, Mom. I told my mama all the way up until she left here, Ma, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't do any of that kind of stuff. My body is for the Lord. What are you saying? And I just was even when I got pregnant, I was just embarrassed. I was. I did. I told them I don't know. I must have been asleep. I said I told my mama. She said, "So what were you doing?" I said, "I don't know. I must have been asleep. I don't know anything about it." I just did not want her to think I was fast. you know, I didn't, especially not my daddy, because he didn't say a whole lot. So I definitely didn't want him thinking nothing. Yeah, I didn't want to be fast. Yeah, I'm telling you. Well, I ain't gonna hold you. I just had called you to talk to you because the other night when we talked at Pam's, it was, what did you say? No, not one word. I bet, and I couldn't hear not one thing. So I'm going here, girl. I am so bored, but I got stuff to do. It's just stuff that you know how you don't want to do something else until you do this. So clock up. Mhm. 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 Mm. Okay. Okay. Mhm. Mhm. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I hope not. That would be so weird. No, I was right here. I was waiting till you got to a point that I could comment because I was going to tell you I can't believe she's 15. I thought for sure that she was like 9 or 10. Well, that would be about right. But 15, she's on her way to wanting a boyfriend soon. Okay, okay. Have you tried proactive? My mama told me just good. Oh, I had it bad on my forehead. It looked at like I swear to God, puberty. It just came and it was so rude and disrespectful. And my mama, I used to try to wear a bang on my forehead and it made it worse. And my mom told me to just get cold, fresh water out of the sink in the mornings and just douse my face with it and pat it dry. Don't do nothing else. And I did. And it just cleared up. I don't know what the secret is and or whatever, but I was in high school and I remember having that and it was so bad. People used to say, "Dang," and it just went away. It just was the cold water, and she said nothing else and don't put anything else on your face. And I went through pretty much my adulthood like that. After that I was scared. Right now I've started with putting some stuff on my face to cleanse it, but I'm very cautious. But she told me good old fashioned cold water is the trick, and I don't know what it was, but I did, and it worked. But I had really bad acne on my forehead. It was like a city of pimples, and they were whiteheads too, which was horrible. Uh huh. Uh huh. So she don't go to high school. She homeschooled. Well, that's a blessing because her self esteem would be crushed. My niece had the same thing. She was gorgeous, but her skin was horrible. So so nothing's working better than the other. Mhm. 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 I got another thing, but I don't know if white people can use it. I don't see why not. It works wonders for black people. It's you ever heard of black soap? Okay. So they got different kinds. They got the kinds with the the fragrance. You want the raw kind with absolutely nothing in it. You don't want nothing, no chemicals. You want it the purest black soap that you could get. When you look at it at the top, you'll know because it'll say black soap jasmine or black soap peppermint. You want it just to say black soap, period. And it's that ugly brown bar, and you could get it from any hair store. And so, or you could get it at Amazon. And so, if you get that, because it works wonders in our culture, that's what we turn to for skin issues. It's good with eczema, it's good with all kinds of stuff. So, you get that and vitamin E capsules, and squeeze those, and they work good. So, and that's a, huh? Uh huh. Mhm. Mhm. I am so sorry to hear that. I bet she is just crushed. But you said she still doesn't slow her down. Yeah. Mhm. Mhm. Hopefully, hopefully it will just it's just puberty, and she's gonna get another you know wind of skin. And that's one I just came up with it. Wind of skin. So, and so
Your whole body, all your cells should be changed out.
well you know